our listeners.
Radio Cayman in the Cayman Islands.
The Buzz is proudly sponsored by Cayman Insurance Center, specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services. And Kirk Market, experience a world of choice. And Automotive Art Cayman, your car, our passion.
And now, Radio Cayman presents The Buzz, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local environment. This is where we address the topics that matter. Here's your host, Kathy Miller.
Good morning, Cayman. I am happy to be here. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning. School is officially back in, and I can say that because it does take me a minute and a half to get to work instead of a whole minute. So I know for me, the traffic has gotten an entire 30 seconds longer, but for everybody else out there, and we saw some accidents as of yesterday. So slow down, take your time. Try to start the new school year in a safe, comfortable mode. We don't have to rush, right? And to kick off the school year, I'm kind of excited about this play that we're going to be talking about here because I wanted to say that if I remembered this play from childhood, maybe it would age me, or this book, maybe it would age me, but then maybe the fact that I don't remember it entirely kind of says something about my memory already. So maybe I'm already aging and I don't remember, but we are here to talk about The Princess and the Pea with Cayman Drama Society. And in studio with me, I have Hayley, Reid, and John Michael Kerford. Both are actors in the upcoming play by Cayman Drama Society. Good morning. How are you doing today?
Good morning.
So I will let our listeners know that John absolutely schooled me when he said this was like a 200-year-old book that's a super classic, and I should absolutely know it, but I forgot.
Yeah.
Sometimes I forget last week.
Is this new? Is this a modern story?
I really thought it was because, some of the movies are like the Frozen one.
Yeah.
For example, like I've never seen Frozen. I don't even know if there's like 3 versions. I've never seen it. So when people are adapting, whether it's movies or books, newer stuff into plays, I have no idea.
Yeah,
so
fair enough.
That's why I feel kind of bad.
Yeah, Frozen's actually 200 years old as well.
It's not 200 years. All right, so The Princess and the Pea. Give me a bit of a summary what the story is about, since I clearly forgot.
Well, I feel like once we give a synopsis, you'll say, I know that. Oh, right.
There it is.
So the basic premise of it is that there is a princess who shows up at a castle.
Yourself?
Oh, yeah, that's me.
You're the princess?
I'm the princess.
Aww.
I show up at the prince's castle.
Hello, I'm Prince Peter. This is my castle.
I felt you have long curly hair, so I figured that was princely of you as well.
He was well cast.
Mm-hmm.
He was.
Yes.
My dad has long curly hair in the film, in the play as well.
Okay.
Yes, the king has long hair.
And you have princess features as well, so this all makes sense.
It
does.
Yeah.
But the basic premise is that I show up at the castle. It's a dark and stormy night.
Like the drink.
Yes. And the queen, basically to test me as to whether I'm a real princess, she puts a pea under about 50 mattresses. And if I can feel the pea beneath all of the mattresses, that I'm a real princess because I'm fragile. And
delicate. Dainty. And we will not confirm or deny whether we actually use 50 mattresses in the...
I can confirm that I do not remember the story.
Okay, fair enough.
So I was trying, when you said the 50 mattress, I was like, that does not ring a bell. But I get it. So maybe I'm going to have to check out the play now just to bring this all back to life again.
Perfect.
All right. So you're actors within the Cayman Drama Society. How did you guys come about choosing this play or this book to bring to a play?
Well, the Cayman Drama Society, they have a entire committee that basically goes through every play under the sun and decides which ones they would want to have and to put to the stage. And like John Michael said, this is an older story, but our director, she chose the story and she actually adapted it to a Cayman context.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's a lot of references to, have you read the Cayman Compass today?
Yep.
Have you seen the weather?
East End versus West Bay football team.
We should go snorkeling on 7 Mile Beach.
Okay, don't spoil the whole show for them.
But
Does the 50 mattress thing happen in the Cayman context?
Can't confirm nor deny.
Yeah, no.
You know what's interesting is when my first boyfriend here, his mom, I remember going to her house one day in West Bay, and clearly she's an elderly lady, and she was just lying on the tiles in the house, and I was like, I thought something was wrong with her. I thought she was sick. So I was like, oh, like, I've got to get you to the couch or the bed or whatever. Like, what happened? We got to call the ambulance. And she's like, no, I'm cooling off here. Like, this is where we lay to cool off.
I feel that.
And I was just blown away by it. So I was like, so why don't you just lay in the bed with AC? And it was like, no. That was the comfort. She's, we're not no weak people. This is how I'm going to lay down and get my AC and cool off on the tiles.
In the early stages of thinking about what the production would look like, there was a suggestion to do like plant and trash beds as the mattresses.
Yep. There's more than one way to make a mattress, I guess, or to consider what is a mattress, right?
Indeed.
That's for sure. All right, so let's go to the roles that you play. So, John, you're the prince.
I'm Prince Peter. It's my castle, and she's come and intruded herself upon my life.
Oh, so your mom is the queen.
My mom and
A
dad.
little difficult?
Yeah, very difficult. Yeah, it's tough living as a prince these days, but you know what? We make it through.
You're accustomed to it.
I'm
can get
accustomed to
through.
it.
All right.
The pea soup I have is incredible, though, so it makes sense.
Tell us a little bit about your role, your character.
So it's not as much as I've had in terms of character background and your sort of Stanislavski acting method where you come up with a whole backstory. He's just a prince who is lost and lonely, and he's looking for a partner, a princess preferably. And you know what? He kind of gives up in the beginning of the play, but then things happen, things turn around. The lovely Princess Petra shows up, and I think my life turns out for the better. So I just go from basically a lost, hopeless prince who sees his mother and father, the king and queen, so hopelessly in love, and he just wants that same thing.
I love how you basically said that it wasn't that much of a stretch for you to play the role of a prince.
Did I say that?
That's basically what you said.
Oh, okay.
Freudian slip there.
Another like, yeah, I can do the prince role. That's no problem.
Royalty, no problem.
I love that. All right, and Princess Petra.
Yes.
I love the name, by the way, Petra, yes.
I'm Princess Petra. I get lost in a storm and come across a beautiful palace, and they're all so welcoming and sweet.
Except the queen.
No, she's a wonderful woman.
She's suspicious.
But understandably, this is her only son.
Right. Yeah.
It's completely understandable.
Heir to the throne.
She would want to test me to make sure I am of the best caliber.
Mm-hmm.
How did you guys even come up on these roles? So that you say the committee decided on the play, right?
Yeah,
what you're going to play.
So the committee in the production in the Cayman Drama Society, they wanted to do a children's play. Last year they did The Gruffalo as the sort of children's play, and this year they were looking for a play, and they asked our director Elena what play she would pick, and she said that she wanted to do Princess and the Pea.
Okay.
And this is really her love child,
It's
this play.
it really is.
She added all of her into it. She's got some ballet scenes because she's classically trained in dance as well. So.
Now, were you guys cast or did you audition for these roles?
We auditioned. I went through a lengthy audition process. They took one look at John Michael and said Prince.
Wow, well, because it's not a far stretch for him, remember?
Yeah,
right?
it's not a far stretch.
Yeah, not a far stretch.
And I just was lucky that nobody else wanted to be Prince, so I got the role. But
got the role, yes.
You had to fight off a couple of people for Princess.
I had to fight for Princess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of cool. I mean, I know you in your professional capacity, Hayley, so it's interesting to me to see you in something that you just enjoy doing outside of work, which we all have those interests, I hope. So I think that's pretty awesome that you're doing this. How long have you been acting and in theater?
Well, I mean, childhood productions and everything like that.
Oh,
It's
wow.
been a lot of my life. It's just sort of been a wonderful hobby that I really enjoy.
All right. What about you, John?
I actually started at the Drama Society with my first stints in acting. So I started in like the booth, or the sound booth, doing like the backstage stuff for like Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat and Yes Minister. And then I really just, as I was getting ready to go to college, I wanted to get on stage more. And I think the first one I was in was Grease the musical that Cayman Drama Society did, which was loads of fun. And then and I went off to university to do acting, study acting. So now I'm coming back and trying to get back into it with the Drama Society.
Okay, so you studied acting.
Yes, I studied screen acting for television, so it was a bit different to stage acting, and I had to sort of throw myself back into the know-how and how to do it. But yeah, it's been good. It's where I started, so it's nice to be back.
Would you say there's one method, whether it's screen or stage acting, that just kind of sharpens you in your acting skills?
Yeah, I mean, both sharpen you, but in different ways. Like when you're, what we're doing now, this is a classical play, but it's interactive and it's for kids. It's immersive, so you just got to be everywhere. You got to be ready to like take it up to 10. Whereas when you're acting on camera, you've got one eyes instead of like an audience full of eyes. So you got to focus everything on that and act to 10, but make it look like you're acting to 5, if that makes sense.
Okay.
You got to tone everything down a little bit, but you're still giving the 110%.
Interesting. And the aspect of being live, I think, is totally different, right?
Totally different.
Yeah.
Every time we do a rehearsal, I feel like something different is new, something is added that I feel like, on the day we'll add more. It's crazy.
And I think since it is a children's play, we're expected to be very adaptable in the performance because we might get interrupted.
Okay.
The kids might really enjoy one part more than another.
Yeah, they'll heckle us.
So they will not heckle us. I hope they won't heckle us.
When I was a child, I did.
No.
So case number 1, yes.
But it keeps you on your toes. And I think during our rehearsal period that we've been in, it's like John Michael said, I mean, we've had changes day to day, and I think that makes us more adaptable and prepares us for the live audience.
Absolutely. It teaches a little bit of resilience and bouncing back and just, as you said, how to adapt to the changes and how to face them.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that the play is very interactive and immersive. So what does this mean for the audience? What kind of interaction are we going to see?
There is we have a narrator who is pretty much not an audience member herself, but she is the member of the play that interacts the most with the audience. And so she speaks a lot to the audience, and she speaks to the kids and says, "Can you guys stand like this? What do you guys think about that?" And so there's a lot of back and forth that we're expecting between us and the audience.
And there's loads of 3D elements, like us coming into the audience, perhaps, maybe.
Okay, I like that. Because I was like, what do you mean by 3D elements? I have no idea what is that?
We're popping out of the screen at you, right?
Well, that's what I would think. So it involves a little bit of going into the audience, which is the interactive element again.
Yeah.
Just a little.
Okay. I guess you're going to be like, I have to keep the secrets for when you come to the show.
Yeah, we were talking before we came on, and it was just, how much do we share?
Yeah.
How do we tease, but not...
Yeah, it's not like this is
Right, not
kids
give it all
actually
out.
listening to us right now.
Well, there's always a trailer will do just that for a movie, right? It'll tease you a little bit, but it's when you're actually sitting there. The trailer will entice me, but or not entice me.
We can do
right,
an audio trailer in a world.
But you just got to be there, and you have to be experiencing
Yeah.
the full thing, right? And all of its authenticity. That's what I would say.
Exactly.
All right. So the rehearsal process, you mentioned that everything's, things change day by day. So tell us about any, I guess, of your most kind of unexpected moments that have happened in rehearsal.
I would say that, the dance, we have to do a couple of dance sequences.
Yeah.
And rehearsing for that, I'd say, has not unexpectedly difficult, but more difficult than I think any of us.
There's been a couple of musical numbers that were thrown our way, and some that change, and it's like, okay, all right, well, this wasn't in the original script, but we'll see what we can do here. Do you know
I
what
have a choreographer for you if you need one. Hayley, you know him. He does work in the Department of Comms. Peter Campbell. I know that you are a dance choreographer after we saw what you did at Out of This World. So I'm sure, he can lend some of his expertise. So that would be my, just shouting out Peter. He's going to kill me for that one. All right, we're going to go to a commercial break right now. When we come back, we're going to go into more details about the upcoming Cayman Drama Society play, The Princess and the Pea.
The Cayman Islands boasts of a long, colorful, and rich history. In tribute to our roots, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Historical Vignette Series, brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects. The Cayman Islands, He hath founded it upon the seas.
Edward Reid Arch, MBE, 1915-1980.
Pastor Reid was the son of James Heber Arch and his wife, Virginia Nee Thompson. He contributed greatly to the spiritual and educational development of the community of Georgetown through many years of devotion to the work of the Church of God and Truth for Youth School. He was a boat builder. As a young boy, he works on the gold field, and he designed and built the Neria, and a building contractor. He served for 9 years as deputy chairman of the Immigration Board. He and his wife, Laurel Valloni Nee Bodden, had 7 children.
Since 1993, Rotary Central has worked diligently each year to provide quality bus shelters to our community. A traveling convenience to our school children, the elderly, young people going to work, guest workers, and visitors using the public bus. We, Rotary Central, help you, our advertisers, make it happen. Your marketing dollar travels a far way, positioning your message, your product, your services, your presence in over 83 bus shelters. Every dollar you spend, every advert you place helps to build another bus shelter, providing modest comfort for Cayman travelers. Reserve space now on the only billboard medium in the Cayman Islands. Email rotaryshelters@gmail.com. rotaryshelters@gmail.com. The Bus Shelters, a partner in community convenience. Another inspiration program by Rotary Central Cayman Islands.
Radio Cayman's Historical Vignettes was brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects.
Tired of burning cash at the gas pump and wasting time in traffic? Say goodbye to gridlock and hello to freedom with a Kimco scooter from Automotive Art. Trusted in over 100 countries, Kimco is now known worldwide for reliable, fuel-efficient scooters built to last. Perfect for Cayman's roads. With 2 models to choose from, the Agility 125cc for just $23.99 and the Agility RS Naked 125cc for $24.99. It's the smart, budget-friendly way to beat traffic and cut costs. Visit Automotive Art today and ride smarter with Kimco, because saving money should never mean slowing down.
I'm Michael Webster.
And I'm Denise Brown of Cayman Insurance Center.
Family is not the most important thing, it's everything.
We have worked with the community and their families on protecting themselves for the future.
Whether it's providing top-rated life insurance
or protecting your family's household investment.
From our family to yours, we understand and we care.
I'm Denise Brown. Call me at 814-7229.
And I'm Michael Webster at 925-5433.
We are Cayman Insurance Center,
specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services at an affordable rate. We are Michael and
Denise at Cayman Insurance Center.
Call today.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
Gamers Fame 9 is proudly presented by NetGeeks Media, Ministry of Social Development and Innovation, Ministry of Tourism, Ministry of Youth and Sports, Tech West, Enterprise Cayman, C3 Pure Fiber, UCCI, and Radio Cayman, supporting Cayman's gaming community, one pixel at a time. It's a ladies' night of comedy at the Laughter Lounge. Who runs the World Edition? Miss Jin from Jacksonville, Amber James from Indianapolis, and Ginny G from Los Angeles by way of Chicago take over the mic for non-stop punchlines. Friday, September 5th at the Hawkwell Theater. Doors open at 7 p.m. with the show starting at 8 p.m. sharp. Round up your crew and secure seats. Tickets available at laughcayman.com. Presented by Executive Services with Heineken Zero and Appleton. Keeping the vibes right. Big energy, bigger laughs. Buy your tickets now before they're gone. Brought to you in part by Radio Cayman.
The Buzz with your host, Kathy Miller.
Welcome back to The Buzz. I'm your host, Kathy Miller, and we are talking about Cayman Drama Society's upcoming children's production of The Princess and the Pea. And in studio with me, I have actors Hayley, Reid, and John Michael Kerford. And they were giving us a bit of a synopsis of what The Princess and the Pea is all about, because apparently I don't remember anything about this very classic childhood story. But hey, I don't even remember last week, so that's how it goes sometimes. So the play, it's coming up soon, so give us the dates.
Okay. So we're starting from, it opens on September 20th. The first show will be at 11 a.m. We're going to have 2 shows per day.
1 at 11 and 1 at 2.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a quick turnover.
Yeah.
It's only a 45-minute play.
Okay, it's a 45-minute play, okay.
Or around about 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If we're tight and we're efficient.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all, actually.
Yeah. And tickets are $10 and $20, and you can get them at cds.ky.
Okay. That's a pretty good price, too. But 45 minutes is a good in the sense of, because your target audience for this play is mainly children, right?
Yeah, and we want to keep their attention at all times.
Right.
No intermission, no break. They just straight princess, straight pea.
Straight interaction.
Straight interaction, yeah.
So 45 minutes is a good time in that sense, because I guess they can lose interest. I don't really know. I don't hang around with little kids. I think to know in that sense.
One of the things we were hounded about in rehearsal is keep the attention.
Yeah.
Don't lose the pace and the rhythm of the show, because I think one thing you forget when you're acting is, like, when you act for adults, you don't need to keep constantly vying for their attention. They paid for the tickets. They're giving you their attention.
Right.
Yeah.
But the kids are different. Like, at every point in time, you cannot, slow down. You cannot be quiet enough that they can't hear, or still that they just lose interest. So it's always, a battle of, how do we, make sure that kids are,
their attention.
They're looking at us and following the story.
Hence the engagement part, because it's almost like if they know they're participating in something, there's something for them to do, a role for them to kind of have as part of the play as well. It's a little different in that sense. Or they might ask for paychecks. You never know. These kids these days are getting a little sharper.
Think about that.
You didn't know. Now you can be prepared.
Yeah.
So we know what I asked you what your kind of most unexpected moment in production is. But what would you say during your rehearsals, production process, what's been the most rewarding part of working on The Princess and the Pea?
Oh. I'm a theater buff. Anytime I'm on a stage, it's just always fun. I mean, even the audition process, I find fun, because it's fun to see how other actors read the same lines as you. And I mean, we've had a long rehearsal, months and months of rehearsal, and during that time, not everyone can show up for rehearsal. And there are times when we'll just read another person's part. And there are times when us ad-libbing something in a character, the director will tell the actor for that character and say, "Oh, John Michael did this when he read that. Would you mind incorporating that into the character?" And so that's, I mean, the push and pull and the constant feedback is, I find, really rewarding, personally.
That's awesome. What about for you, John? What's been the most rewarding kind of aspect?
I think in the beginning it was difficult for me to sort of like envision it, and loads of things had changed. We actually had a different narrator when we started, and then we had our break over the summer, and we came back and, there's a new narrator, who I love, by the way, but it was like jarring, if that makes sense. Like, I was like, I know my cast, I know who.
That change in the narrator was like, okay.
And I was like, and it felt closer to the times. I was like, you don't want something to be a bump in the road, but
I understand that.
didn't turn out to be a bump. It actually made the show a lot better, and I think the most rewarding part is kind of now that we've got everyone coming to rehearsals and we've got almost a full painted set, and it's beautiful and bright and stuff. I'm starting to see it come together, and it looks a lot different. Because when I was reading the script, I was like, I don't know if it'll flow and gel properly, but now that I'm seeing it in its full entirety, I'm like, this is good.
It's amazing being that visionary that sees how everything can come together, and then just having to kind of pull people to believe in your vision.
Yep. Shout out Elena
to get it done.
Yeah, our like we said at the beginning, our director, this has been her baby, and she has worked so hard on it, and we're so fortunate that we get to make it come to life.
And shout out Mike as well, Mike Bishop, because whenever we had people not coming up to rehearsals, he played every part. He's the understudy for every single role in the play.
I love
King,
it.
Queen, princess, narrator. He's everyone.
How many people are part of the cast?
We're cast of 5.
5, yeah.
5, and then Mike plays 4 of those characters.
Yeah.
Or 3
Yeah.
of them.
He's the understudy for everybody. And the set obviously is a character as well, because it's
true.
You're part of the set.
The set is a character. I've never heard that described.
Yeah, it's like
before.
Pirates of the Caribbean, part of the crew, part of the ship.
Okay, I kind of like that. Now with the set, I know sometimes when I've talked to previous people in theater, I think with Cayman Drama Society as well, the actors have been part of putting that set together. It doesn't always happen. Sometimes it does. So it's almost like a full hands-on experience from everybody that's involved in the whole production of the play. So is that your experience with The Princess and the Pea? Have you been able to help with getting the set together?
I think since we're a smaller company, I think there have been aspects of, we could do this, we could do that. I haven't contributed anything physically other than myself.
No manual labor from Hayley. I get that.
I am a princess.
Have you seen my nails? That's what I say. Yes.
Yeah, I think to be in real character and we're all royalty, we just that's not our job.
I love it. I agree. I can tell why you're an actor. I love it. I think you should do some comedy as well because you've got good comedic timing, I think. All right. So we've only got a couple minutes left, so I want to make sure that we do repeat the start dates, how long the show is running for, and where people can get their tickets again.
So it's Saturdays and Sundays, starting on the 20th of September to the 5th of October. 2 shows per day, one in the morning at 11 a.m. and then in the afternoon at 2 o'clock. And tickets will be $20 and $10 at cds.ky.
And I do believe we have a free show, do we not?
There is on the 28th, I believe, is the Pay What You Can show, where if you can't pay the full $20 or $10, you can pay what you can. That's something that I think they started last year, a Pay What You Can show.
That's nice.
It is.
Nice
it's really
touch.
nice.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Because there's definitely some families that want to do that, but especially if you have a bit of a larger family, it can be
it can be a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10 tickets by 5 is oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you want to make sure your kids are experiencing kind of arts and culture in that sense. So to be able to have them experience that and not have money be the reason why they can't. I think it's a nice incentive. Pay what you can. Okay, so for about 3 weeks that the show is running, we're beginning Saturday, September 20th, 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. at Prospect Playhouse. And it's about 45 minutes. That's how long the play is.
Yep.
So,
give or take.
And the kind of age range that you're really hitting for this, I know I've said children, but is there more of a kind of a targeted age range?
I'd say 3 to 45. That's the age range.
Yeah.
All right.
It runs the gauntlet. I mean, everyone has fun. I mean, just even the aspects that might be sillier for adults, they're still funny. And it's all about having fun.
And the message is the same for kids and adults.
Yeah.
Just have fun, friendship the whole way.
If there's one takeaway that you would want children or anybody who is coming to watch The Princess and the Pea beginning September 20th at Prospect Playhouse, if there's one thing that you would want them to take away from the experience, what would it be?
Oh. I'd say it's I mean, I'd say it's for my character is very serendipitous. I mean, I stumble across my best friend and his family while I'm lost.
Yeah.
And I'd say that my takeaway from it is that it's never too late to find your people.
Aw,
Yeah.
that's cute. I like that.
They're just behind your doors, waiting.
You just got to land on or sleep on 50 mattresses.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there you
be
go.
under.
Just have to earn them. That's all.
What about you, John? If there's a takeaway that anybody could have, what would it be?
I guess almost the exact same thing, just that, like, you know, you could be in a really bad place, you could be lonely, you could be looking for somebody, and sooner or later you'll find them, and just, you know, take some time, and you just got to go with the flow, basically.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you. Thanks for joining us on The Buzz and giving us a bit of a synopsis on what we can kind of almost expect for The Princess and the Pea, which begins Saturday, September 20th. 2 shows a day at Prospect Playhouse. It's a production put on by the Cayman Drama Society. Hayley and John, thank you so much for joining us, and I hope it's a great, amazing production, especially with your opening night coming soon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, no problem. We're going to go to the 8 a.m. news, and then I have our next guest joining me at 8:15.
Thank you, Kathy. And studio time by Foster's is 8 o'clock.
When you're on the go, the experienced team at Foster's Pharmacy are here to help. Drop off your prescription while you shop or WhatsApp us and we'll prepare it, ready for your arrival.
Whether you need prescription or over-the-counter medications, blood glucose testing, or advice on vitamins and supplements, we're here early in the morning to late at night. Both of our locations at our Camana Bay and airport stores are open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., Monday to Saturday.
For more info, visit fosters.ky/pharmacy. Foster's Pharmacy. Better health because we care.
Yesterday,
today,
always and forever.
Radio Cayman in the Cayman Islands.
For today's biggest news.
Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands.
With your latest news, I'm Carsley Fuller. Jury selection is set to get underway today for a man accused of multiple burglary-related offenses. Devin Emmanuel Wright appeared in court on Monday for a preliminary mention, and the Crown is expected to open its case after the jury is selected today. Mr. Wright remains in custody. A woman is behind bars today after failing a court-ordered drug test. Dora Ann Ebanks Blackwood's test came back positive for cocaine. The test was administered ahead of her scheduled sentencing for a previous charge of property damage. She'll remain at Fairbanks until Thursday, when she's expected to reappear before the court. As the new administration works to get more Caymanians on local jobs, the Ministry of Employment is teaming up with the Cayman Islands Tourism Association for a hospitality and tourism open house next week.
All about getting our fellow Caymanians in the hospitality industry and getting everybody to work in producing a good tourism product for our visitors.
Tourism Minister the Honourable Gary Ruddy was joined by his employment counterpart, the Honourable Michael Miles, on For the Record, who says the timing of this event is critical to help the local population take advantage of upcoming tourism and hospitality job openings.
This must be easier for our people to transition, and with 600 plus jobs coming online by the end of this year, our responsibility now is to ensure that Caymanians are put in a position where they can continue to be on the front lines of our tourism product.
Tuesday's event will run from 9 a.m. to 3, including an orientation session led by CETA that will focus on career pathways and progression opportunities within the industry.
To start to get young people to understand where those pathways are, such as you start off as a bellman, here's where that transition to the rest of rooms could go. If you start off as a bartender, housekeeper, an intern, here's where you can transition to. I think that that's important at this point in time, because if we don't do that, what people get stuck with is that I simply want a job, and then they get one and then they hate it.
Following the orientation session, an open forum will give Caymanian job seekers the opportunity to connect directly with employers who are actively recruiting for various positions across the sector. Registration is required, and you can get more information by heading to gov.ky. Now with a check of international news, here's the BBC, which takes us out of the newscast. I'm Carsley Fuller.
BBC World News, I'm Tom Dewsbury. The final stage of the coup trial of Brazil's former president Jair Bolsonaro is underway. The Supreme Court's hearing closing arguments in the case, accusing the right-wing firebrand of orchestrating a plot to stay in power after he lost his 2022 re-election bid. A senior UN aid official in Sudan says bad weather and poor infrastructure is hampering the response to a deadly landslide in Darfur. A local rebel group said about 1,000 people were killed when a remote village was buried. Kim Jong-un's making a rare trip outside North Korea, arriving in China as Xi Jinping hosts President Putin of Russia and other leaders. The North Korean leader will attend a huge military parade on Wednesday, marking the end of the Second World War. Deadly floods in the Indian state of Punjab have submerged a vast area of farmland. The state's chief minister described it as one of the worst such floods in decades. The UN in Afghanistan's warned there's likely to be an exponential rise in casualty figures from Sunday's devastating earthquake. A senior official said people were asleep when the quake struck and unable to get to safety. Tens of thousands of military reservists in Israel are being drafted today in the biggest call-up since the start of the war in Gaza. Israeli media say the call-up's facing challenges as fewer reservists are prepared to report for duty after repeat rounds of service. Belgium's become the latest country to say it'll recognise Palestinian statehood at this month's UN General Assembly. The foreign minister said it was in light of what he called the illegal violence being perpetrated by Israel in Gaza. Reports from France say the veteran actor Gérard Depardieu's to stand trial for alleged rape. His accuser said she was relieved the case was coming to court 7 years after she filed a complaint. And the price of gold has again hit a record high. It's risen by a third so far this year, passing $3,500 per ounce. That's your latest BBC World News.
Stay in touch with Radio Cayman with the latest up-to-date, accurate news and information. For your convenience, the headline news will be repeated on our sister station, Breeze 105.3 FM, weekdays at 8:30 a.m. Follow Radio Cayman on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or download the Radio Cayman app in the App Store or log on to www.radiocayman.gov.ky and stay connected to what's happening in the community. Radio Cayman, your voice, your choice, your radio.
We are in the hurricane season, and knowing what to do after a hurricane can be as important as preparing for the storm. After the passage of a hurricane, seek medical attention if it is needed at hospitals and clinics for those persons who are injured. Do not touch power lines and cables that are down. They may be active. Report them to 911 or the utility emergency hotlines. Broken tree limbs should be removed from around homes and buildings if possible. This hurricane information was brought to you by Breeze FM and Radio Cayman.
The 8 a.m. weather update brought to you by CG Britcay, where people come first.
Pleasant good morning. Let's take a look at the very latest weather report. Current temperature is 84 degrees. Relative humidity is 81%. The barometric pressure 29.93 inches and rising. The wind is east-southeast at 3 knots. Overnight low temperature was 82 degrees. Synopses indicate decreasing winds and seas will continue through today as the pressure gradient weakens in response to a stationary front located across southern Florida. Radar imagery show a few showers in and around the Cayman area, moving towards the west-southwest. Now, the forecast for the Cayman Islands for today is calling for partly cloudy skies with a 30% chance of afternoon showers and possible thunder, and temperatures will rise near the low 90s with a heat index near 106 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be east to northeast at 5 knots or less, becoming light and variable from this afternoon. Seas will be smooth with wave heights of less than 2 feet. Forecast for tonight calling for mainly clear skies with a 30% chance of showers and temperatures falling near the low 80s tonight. Your winds will be light and variable and seas will be smooth with wave heights of less than 2 feet. Low tide will be this afternoon at a minute after 12. High tide tonight at 7 minutes past 7. The sun will set this evening at 6:38 and will rise tomorrow morning at 11 minutes past 6. And the outlook is calling for similar weather conditions through Thursday afternoon. And that's the very latest on your weather report.
Aunt Angie, how does it feel to have broken the bull riding world record?
Sore, Sean. That bull was angry.
Angie, I think that bull is headed towards your red convertible.
I broke the world record and he broke my car. Oh well, at least I've got CG Comprehensive Motor to cover this.
Get covered for collision, damage, and more. CG Brit K. Good like that. All benefits are subject to policy provisions, including eligibility at the time of service.
The 8 a.m. weather update brought to you by CG Brit K, where people come first.
Since 1993, Rotary Central has worked diligently each year to provide quality bus shelters to our community. A traveling convenience to our school children, the elderly, young people going to work, guest workers, and visitors using the public bus. We, Rotary Central, help you, our advertisers, make it happen. Your marketing dollar travels a far way. Positioning your message, your product, your services, your presence in over 83 bus shelters. Every dollar you spend, every advert you place helps to build another bus shelter, providing modest comfort for Cayman travelers. Reserve space now on the only billboard medium in the Cayman Islands. Email rotaryshelters@gmail.com. rotaryshelters@gmail.com. The Bus Shelters, a partner in community convenience. Another inspiration program by Rotary Central Cayman Islands.
For the Health of It, heard on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. and repeated on Saturdays at 9:30 a.m. is brought to you by The Light Room. Tired of being unwell and struggling to find the energy and vitality to live the life you desire? Come get recharged from the inside out at The Light Room. Our non-invasive, holistic energy enhancement system detoxifies and energizes the body, enabling self-healing and balance. Book online at www.thelightroom.ky or call 938-HEAL, 38 Pasadora Place, GT.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Enjoy a delicious start to your day with breakfast from Subway.
Good morning. Let's take a look at what's happening on the roads. Understand there was an accident earlier this morning in the vicinity of the Old Hyatt on the West Bay Road. Is adding to some delays if you're coming from the West Bay area. Traffic on the West Bay Road in front of the Ritz is steady, heading towards the Georgetown area. Heading towards the West Bay area, traffic is moving along steady as well. As we look to the east on Shamrock Road and Rex Creighton Boulevard, flowing at a moderate pace. Further down, a different story as traffic is steady. As you approach the Linford Pearson Highway, expect some delays and traffic steady coming off of the Linford Pearson Highway on Agnes Way as well as Bobby Thompson Way, and continuing on to Huldah Avenue. Into Georgetown on Shedden Road, looking pretty good. Out of Georgetown on Shedden Road, moderate flow of traffic. Owen Roberts Drive, no issues there as traffic is light to moderate. Godfrey Nixon Way and Eastern Avenue flowing at a moderate pace. And that's what's happening on your roads. Join us again at about 10 minutes past 12. We'll give you another look at traffic, and be safe out there.
There's something new at Subway. Indulge your taste buds with our new barbecue pork rib sandwich tender. Smoky pork ribs smothered in sweet and tangy barbecue sauce, built just the way you like it. It's bold, rich, and seriously satisfying. But hurry, it's here for a limited time only. Order now on the Subway Cayman Islands app for quick in-store pickup, or get it delivered with Bento or Let's Eat. The all-new barbecue pork rib sandwich, only at Subway. Subway, eat fresh.
Yummy.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Enjoy a delicious start to your day with breakfast from Subway.
The Buzz with your host, Kathy Miller.
I'm Michael Webster.
And I'm Denise Brown of Cayman Insurance Center.
Family is not the most important thing, it's everything.
We have worked with the community and their families on protecting themselves for the future.
Whether it's providing top-rated life insurance
or protecting your family's household investment.
From our family to yours, we understand and we care.
I'm Denise Brown. Call me at 814-7229.
And I'm Michael Webster at 925-5433.
We are Cayman Insurance Center,
specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services at an affordable rate. We are Michael and
Denise at Cayman Insurance Center.
Call today.
Cayman, it's time to move.
Lace up those sneakers and join the Alzheimer's and Dementia Association of the Cayman Islands on Sunday, September 7th at Camana Bay for the World Walks Against Dementia 2025 5K Run Walk. Be part of something big, a global movement spanning 61 countries, and the walk and run together to raise awareness and support for people living with dementia, their families, and caregivers. One day, one cause, one powerful step at a time. Register now at Race Caribbean or download the form at adacayman.ky. Adults are $25 and children 17 and under or $10. Let's walk for those who can't. Let's walk for change. Let's walk against dementia. ADACI. Together, we're making a difference.
The Buzz with your host, Kathy Miller.
Good morning. Welcome back to The Buzz. I am your host, Kathy Miller, and we are pivoting. So we did talk with the Cayman Drama Society in the first segment of the show, and today I'm now talking with the Cayman Islands Cancer Society and some doctors in regards to the upcoming Health and Wellness Fair, the 2025 Health and Wellness Fair, and that is what we're going to be discussing in this segment. In studio with me, I have Mr. Dave O'Driscoll. He's the head of operations with the Cayman Islands Cancer Society. We have Dr. Sarah Cuff, medical doctor. She's a medical director with Baptist Health International, and Dr. Lundie Richards, consultant medical hematologist and oncologist with HSA. So good morning. Welcome to The Buzz.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are we all doing today?
Absolutely.
Very well, thank you.
Excellent. Now, I know during the break, I heard Dave say there was a couple of accidents that happened this morning. So everybody on the road, go slow. I said at the beginning of the show, have a slow, safe start to your morning, especially to the school year. Everybody's trying to rush. So I'm sorry to hear about the little accidents that are out there. But again, everybody take it a little slower, right? So thanks for tuning in with us this morning, especially if you're still stuck in that bad traffic. But thank you to my guests for making it right here on time. So I appreciate for doing that. All right. Now, Dave, let us get into it. If you can tell us, please, what this Health and Wellness Fair is all about.
Well, the Health and Wellness Fair is part of our biannual symposium, Conquering Cancer Symposium, and this is our opportunity to bring the community together, not just the public, but also the medical professionals, where on the Thursday night we host a CME at Hotel Indigo, and that is where all the medical professionals can acquire their CME points, which is part of their continued medical education prerogative. And we have doctors coming from overseas, local doctors, to give their presentations. It's going to be a sellout. If you haven't registered yourself yet, please email us at info@cics.ky as quick as you can, and we'll see if there's any space left. But then that leads us into the Health and Wellness Fair, Saturday the 13th at Hotel Indigo. This is a family-friendly event, so please come one, come all. We will have over 40 providers from the health and wellness industry ready to chat to you, to give you tips, to give you free giveaways, prizes, products. And we have a massive screening dock, which is being run by Public Health and 7 Mile Medical Clinic. And they will be doing health checks like glucose checks, BMIs, blood pressure. They will even be giving the new HPV vaccine to eligible kids.
Awesome.
And young adults between 9 and 25 for free.
Right. That's the free one, right?
Exactly, yes. Yeah. And also we will be having presentations, interactive workshops throughout the day as well, led by all our local organisations in the health and wellness industry.
Okay,
great.
Awesome. So the symposium is on the 11th of September?
Yes.
And the fair is on the 13th?
Yes.
So the people attending the symposium, who's part of that?
Okay, so that is, so we are hosting it at Hotel Indigo.
Mm-hmm.
What we do is we reach out to all the leading organisations in the medical industry in and around the Caribbean. Luckily, most of them are from around here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to mention our sponsors. Our gold sponsors are Health City Cayman Islands, Baptist Health International, and Health Service Authority. Our dinner sponsor is Scotiabank. Our silver sponsor is Ocean Med. And our bronze sponsors are Doctors Hospital, Cleveland Clinic, Total Health, Dana-Farber Cancer Institute, UHealth Sylvester, and Compass Media. And they help us put this together. It's not cheap.
I know.
Hotel Indigo is lovely for a reason. And we're very glad to be there, of course, and they have helped us out majorly as an NPO. But yes, so they are helping us put this on. It is obviously very important for all the doctors here, to continue the medical education. But the Cayman Islands is really at the forefront in cancer care. We are very lucky to have such dedicated institutions like the one sponsoring us to offer everything from treatment, medication, and top consulting as well. We're now at a time in our lives where it's very rare that you would actually have to leave the island for any sorts of consult or treatment, and that is very special for such a small island.
It is special. You have a theme for this year.
Well, the theme, is it's a very medical jargon.
Oh, okay.
But it goes something like...
Sometimes it can be hard to keep the medical jargon fun, I understand.
Right, yeah. They've got their inside jokes. Yeah, that's our laughing away now already.
I often look at the finance sector and think the same thing, so don't worry.
I know, yeah. Just laugh along.
Yes.
So the theme is Preventing Cancer, Advancing Therapy, a New Era in Scientific Innovation. We are embracing technology. You'll see talks on robotics, on AI, and on liquid biopsies, and all these newfangled advances.
I don't think I've even heard about liquid biopsies.
Right.
That's interesting. But the AI and robotics, yes, which I'd be so fascinated to learn a lot more on when it comes to the medical industry and how AI plays a part and how robotics definitely play a part. I would be fascinated to learn more about that because that's really the way that we're going.
Absolutely. And we have some top robotic surgeons on this island as well. Very blessed.
Excellent. Now for doctors, from your perspective, so I'm asking here Dr. Sarah Cuff and Dr. Lundie Richards, from your perspective in having this symposium and then the Health and Wellness Fair, what does this bring for you? What kind of new insights or opportunities does this bring to you as doctors?
I think it's a wonderful opportunity for us to all get together in a room and to share ideas and experiences and advances. Many of us travel overseas throughout the year to go to conferences and to seek advice and learn more about all of these different technologies. And then in an opportunity like this, all of us can bring that wealth of information back to one room and to share it and just to continue to develop healthcare here in the Cayman Islands. It's a really great opportunity for us all to be working collaboratively.
Yeah, I like that.
Right. And from our perspective from HSA is that it also gives us the opportunity to celebrate and demonstrate what are some of these things that we're doing to advance cancer care locally. As I think Dave alluded to before, you hardly have anybody who absolutely need to go overseas for treatment. And we're very proud and happy that we are part of this forefront of treating cancer in terms of providing top-class, cutting-edge, both diagnostics, preventing strategies, and treatments.
There seemed like, for me, from my experience, when I first moved here about 20 years ago, there was a bit of a feeling that, okay, Cayman does not have those kind of top medical providers and treatments here, especially when it does come to cancer. I've seen that change in the 20 years, but do you feel that kind of sentiment still lingers in the air, that there's people who still think we don't have that? And how would you like to kind of change that narrative?
Yes, it still lingers in the air. Where people believe, okay, yeah, and I think I should go overseas. They call it the second opinion or the third opinion.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to take a little while, but the most important thing is that we continue to demonstrate what we are worth, continue to treat patients appropriately, and through events such as this one, and others that are put on, is really to demonstrate what exactly are the things that we're doing and what are the things that are available. Because one of the important things in having medical conferences in the Cayman Islands, it's open to everybody. It's not also just open to the medical community. So it's open to John or Mary Public. And that allows our general public to really see and feel and understand and say, oh, this is happening here. And yes, it is, right? And then, of course, it's the word of mouth. because everybody knows everybody. Yeah, I went to this institution and this was what I had and this is how I was treated. And nothing beats the word of mouth.
Right. And I'm assuming that interaction that the public can have with doctors that day or medical experts is very, very handy. Because if I can come and have a one-on-one conversation with you about maybe something that I'm going through, as opposed to waiting months and months to, in some instances, well, I'm with HSA, so it's going to be waiting months to see a doctor, unfortunately. That's how it is. I think it's a great opportunity that the fair provides in being able to have that kind of engagement with the public and providing the knowledge that they're seeking. Yeah, I like that idea too. Okay, so for Dr. Cuff, what is Baptist Health International's role in supporting Cayman's healthcare landscape?
So Baptist Health has a long-standing commitment, and as long as Dr. Richard has said, is we really want to be supporting the Cayman Islands. Although our base is in South Florida, we really want to be part of the community here in the Cayman Islands, and we're working closely with the local physicians, the hospitals, government agencies to really provide access to world-class specialists, to cutting-edge technologies and to advanced treatment options. Our goal really is not to come and mingle in the landscape of the Cayman Islands. It really is to be a collaborative working partnership and to provide support and a backup or that second opinion for patients ideally to be staying on island with their families near their jobs so that we're not uprooting in their lives. But we want to be part of that landscape. And with the local office here, we hope that the staff can provide that partnership and the collaboration back and forth.
I like the fact that there is a local office here because there was, again, back in my earlier days in Cayman, such a huge collaboration, as you mentioned, between Baptist Health and really medical professionals in the Cayman Islands. So it's nice to see an office established here because it makes that communication a lot easier, that engagement to visit and get that consult, as you said, those second opinions, a lot easier.
And I agree. I think having somebody to go and speak to when you're in a really difficult time, obviously navigating a cancer or a difficult journey, to have a face that you can go and speak to rather than being on a phone to someone else or answering emails, I think it really goes a long way in kind of personalizing the experience as well.
Now, Dave, I'm going to turn to you and I'm going to ask you to share what some of the workshops or presentations that the public can check out during the Saturday 13th Wellness Fair.
Yeah, excited to share so many cool and innovative presentations going on. We really tried to focus on preventative health management. We want people to be conscious about their bodies, about what they put into them, in terms of like their nutrition and their diet, how they exercise them, through simple movements and walking and stretching. So just to that end, we have not just have our presentation room, but we also have our outdoor presentation area as well at Hotel Indigo. So while inside you will have doctors talking to the public in as layman terms as they can about what to do, what to look out for. We'll have mindful eating classes to teach you how to eat right, how to eat safe, to give your gut and your intestines and your gastrointestinal system the best chance to digest food properly. We'll also have gyms and physiotherapists outside giving stretching classes, workout classes. We'll actually be starting off the day with a silent disco beach walk going from the Governor's House up to Hotel Indigo. So everyone can get their stretch on, get a bit of sunlight into them, a bit of vitamin D, before they start exploring all the other presentations.
Oh, I like that. Okay, there's a bunch of different interactive things going on.
Yes, very exciting.
I like that. We're going to go to our commercial break right now because I know that we have another guest we're going to pull into the studio. So let's take the break. Let's bring our next guest in because, it's a roundtable discussion. I want to make sure everybody's part of this. And we'll be back in just a couple of minutes.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
Tired of burning cash at the gas pump and wasting time in traffic? Say goodbye to gridlock and hello to freedom with a Kimco scooter from Automotive Art. Trusted in over 100 countries, Kimco is now known worldwide for reliable, fuel-efficient scooters built to last. Perfect for Cayman's roads. With 2 models to choose from, the Agility 125cc for just $23.99 and the Agility RS Naked 125cc for $24.99. It's the smart, budget-friendly way to beat traffic and cut costs. Visit Automotive Art today and ride smarter with Kimco, because saving money should never mean slowing down. For the Health of It, heard on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. and repeated on Saturdays at 9:30 a.m. Brought to you by UHealth International, University of Miami Health System. International patients go to UHealth International for consultations with renowned physicians, advanced treatment technologies, leading-edge medical therapies, and state-of-the-art surgical procedures. Whatever your particular reason for going to UHealth International, you will receive customized medical care delivered within a compassionate, multicultural setting. The care you need when you need it.
The Buzz with your host, Kathy Miller.
Welcome back to The Buzz. I'm your host, Kathy Miller, and we are talking all about the Cayman Islands Cancer Society Health and Wellness Fair and Symposium. The symposium is happening on September 11th, and the fair is on September 13th, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Hotel Indigo. And Dave was just giving us with some of the presentations and workshops that the public can look forward to participating in and welcoming. On to this segment of the show, we also have Miss Rebekah Brooks. She's the head of sales and marketing for Health City Cayman Islands. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
Great, thank you.
You got caught in that accident traffic I described. You don't worry about it. It was funny when Dave said, and we're like, yes, that might have been what happened. Yeah. Start of the school year, this is what happens, unfortunately.
Surprised not having children here at school.
Yes, it happens. It makes me a whole 30 seconds. I live at a minute and a half away, so it doesn't really bother me. I'm always teasing the audience about that. All right, so with Health City Cayman Islands, can you tell us what your involvement in the Cayman Islands Cancer Society Wellness Fair is all about? I know you're a big sponsor.
Yeah, so we're one of the gold sponsors, proud sponsor of the event. We do have Dr. Vanitha, who will be talking at the symposium on a Thursday night, and then Dr. Rebekah, who's our radiation oncologist, and he'll be talking about prostate cancer and radiation treatments for prostate cancer, and a little bit more about that and early detection and things like that.
Okay, which is quite a big deal in the Cayman Islands, actually, prostate cancer.
Yes, it is, yeah,
and
huge.
Thanks to the Lions Club of Grand Cayman, we actually will be giving away free PSA tests at our screening dock as well on the day.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that's one of the free screenings as well.
Yes, absolutely.
PSA, I'm assuming, is a prostate cancer screening?
Yes, it is.
Okay, all right. I'm not familiar with the acronyms there.
Prostate-specific antigen. That's
okay, all right. Thank you. Now, Dr. Lundie, you're going to be presenting at the Health and Wellness Fair.
Yes, I will be.
Tell us all about what you're going to be talking about.
So, being part of HSA, which is also one of the gold sponsors, and we're very happy to be part of this symposium. So on the Thursday night, I'll be presenting on some treatment breakthroughs in breast cancer, because there have been lots of development, and it's just an evolution of what has been happening to cancer care, especially breast cancer. So I'll be bringing across few highlights as to what has been happening, what we offer, and what is available.
Okay, so that's what your presentation is going to be on.
That's what my presentation will be about. My colleagues, Dr. Paul Lider, he'll be doing something on colorectal cancer, and then Dr. Deepak, who is our new pulmonologist, he will also be looking at lung cancer.
Okay. Now, are you focusing on these specific cancers for a reason? Are we seeing more kind of trending results of these cancers in Cayman, or because I feel like there's some cancers in Cayman that are almost more prevalent. One of them being prostate cancer that Ms. Rebekah had pointed out.
Yeah, definitely prostate cancer is one of the more prevalent ones.
Yeah,
but breast cancer is just top of the list.
Really?
Yeah. It's over 50% of reported cancers in the Cayman Islands is breast cancer.
Breast cancer and breast cancer in the young.
That worries me so much. When we say young,
we're talking about from the early 30s
to
less than 50-year-old.
Wow. Okay. And I know
much lower than the global norm.
Right, yeah. And also my understanding with colon cancer as well, I don't know about prostate, that it's being detected earlier than, I guess, what was the usual kind of age back in the day. It would be kind of late 40s, 50s that you would see people with colon cancer. Now it's being detected a lot sooner.
That is also true. We do have a large cohort of colorectal cancers. Cause, don't know. But when you look right across the spectrum of cancers, definitely the cancer we treat most often are breast, colorectal, prostate, and in terms of our hematological cancers, multiple myeloma.
What is this?
Multiple myeloma is a cancer of the blood and bone marrow. And it's just an abnormal growth of what we call plasma cells, which are these immune cells which just grow without control and really take over the bone marrow, thinnens out the bone marrow, and your blood count fall, you have bone pain, you get fractures.
Could that also be mistaken for other illnesses? Because I know other illnesses can give you that bone pain.
Definitely. It can be mistaken for other illnesses. Sometimes people just come in with a low blood count or anemia, as we call it. And, you may be looking to say, maybe this person needs iron or vitamins and so on. And it may go on for 6 months and the blood count keep going lower and lower. Or the white cell count keep going lower and lower.
Okay. Now,
so it can be mistaken for other illnesses, yes.
I know that Dave had spoke on one of the things about this fair was that it's going to emphasize prevention methods, and we all know prevention is better than cure, right? That's one of my favorite I think it's Caribbean saying. One of my favorite Caribbean sayings: prevention is better than cure. And from my understanding, when it comes to cancer, there's very little cancers that are absolutely preventable. If I'm understanding correctly, HPV is one of those cancers that you can prevent yourself from getting HPV at all. Cancer is part of HPV by the vaccine. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Is there any other cancers that there could be a vaccine or something for that's you can prevent it completely?
I think even on a step back from that, we understand and recognize that there are a lot of lifestyle decisions that we make that may increase our risks of many of these common types of cancers that we're seeing in the Cayman Islands. For example, obesity is a huge risk factor for breast cancer. Some of the dietary choices that we're making with an increase in processed foods absolutely play a role in the colorectal cancers that we're seeing. So the whole point of these screening events is to pick up and to advise and to provide some guidance to the local population about what you can do to prevent cancer. Everybody is afraid of getting cancer, but what can we do and what steps can we take to try and mitigate that? So alcohol reduction, obesity, dietary choices, we can do things about it and we can do it together.
We can, absolutely. And then sometimes it's just hereditary, right? You have I think I have that hereditary gene. I did a colonoscopy a couple of years ago. Dr. Bonity at HSA, your colleague, I'm sure, right? Absolutely great doctor. Great experience. Although people will think colonoscopy, but for me it was a great experience.
Were you awake? Or?
I was asleep. Listen, I love anesthesia. I'm the one person who will be like so excited you're going to surgery and you're going to get anesthesia. But no, I was completely...
Any chance for a good sleep?
I was completely asleep, but it was a great experience. And in the sense, it was an easy experience for me. And my tip for anybody doing this is start taking CMOS gel a month before. I don't know what the doctors are going to say about that, but that absolutely helps clean out your system ahead of time. I don't know what the doctors are going to say.
That is from the top.
That is unprofessional, non-medical advice, but it really does help.
And
so
just to add to the risk factors, of course, smoking.
Yes.
Exercise, water.
The most simple things it's been repeated on various shows on Radio Cayman, and we all know these very simple things, but it seems that we just don't follow these simple rules in life.
Mm-hmm. Right. That's it. We were just talking at the break about getting our steps in.
Yes.
And for example, all our gang in the office now, we've got the little smartwatches, and they track our steps, they track our sleep. You should sleep enough as well. You need to get your 7 to 8 hours a night. You can survive on 5 and you think you're fine, but you're not. Your body is running on empty, and when your body is running on empty, that's when it's susceptible to being attacked by any other kind of diseases or viruses. So things like that, mindful eating. It's been proven that Eastern countries have a much lower prevalence of colon cancer because they eat less processed food. They eat normally, they don't rush it, hence the chopsticks. That's one of the reasons why chopsticks came about.
Smaller portions.
Smaller portions. You allow your body to digest it at a reasonable pace. Yeah. So lots of things like that you can keep an eye on. We've got a water tracker. Like my phone will beep every 45 minutes. Take a glass of water. So I go, brilliant, press it, and I'll go and get a glass of water. Especially in the summer, it's crazy hot. You don't think you're hydrated, but you need to drink twice as much as you think you do.
I'm so dehydrated right now sitting here talking to you about that. I'm going to get your watch details after the show as well. Okay, now I did ask you the question about if there's any other cancers that are possibly preventable through a vaccine or medicine, aside from HPV, in case there's something I might be missing out there. And the reason I'm asking is because when we did have a gynecologist from HSA on before, about a year ago, and she kept saying HPV is the only preventable cancer that you can take care of right now. So if you're worried about ever getting this, get the vaccine for HPV because you can prevent that cancer. And I cannot explain to you how that line from her has just sat in my head so much and has been so important to me that I think that people out there don't understand or maybe aren't aware. And I know that there's a campaign going on right now about, especially running on Cayman, about HPV, and I know that there's going to be HPV vaccines given. But I'd ask that because if I can remember how important that one line was to me, there could be other listeners out there that are like, okay, this is preventable, and this is what I'm going to do to take it, aside from the lifestyle measures, right? Mm-hmm. So if there was any, let us know for sure.
Mm-hmm. I can't think of any that is available, but certainly lifestyle changes are monumental. And when you put them all together, it really, really helps in not only preventing cancer, but also decreasing things like stress, which will cascade a whole host of conditions that can cause cancer, as well as cascading the complications of other things, hypertension, diabetes, and so on.
Yeah. Right.
I think, going on from the vaccine, just early detection as well is huge. So just because you can't get a vaccine doesn't mean that you can't look out for things much earlier. So obviously the health fair is super key for that but it's one day. Also have another hat within the Cancer Society as well, and we offer regular screening programs for people that have minimal insurance. There is no excuse not to get screened. We have people giving up their time, giving up for pap smears, for mammograms, ultrasounds, PSA testing, fit tests, the works. There's a whole heap of medical people in the community that are willing to donate their time, resources and everything to make sure everyone gets screened. So just as much as important is the wellness side of it, which is huge. Early detection's really key. So, which is, it's not just a magic vaccine, sadly, at the moment, but it's a big, big start. And the earlier you get detected, the faster and easier it is to treat the problem. So
I agree with you, which is the colonoscopy thing that I touched on, which is what I did, because it is hereditary in my family. It saved me, thankfully, in that sense. So it was a good thing that I did it when I did it. But there's, I remember coming into when I had to get a mammogram, and I was terrified because I was like, oh no, I've reached that era in life, and I've heard the worst stories ever from women. But it was, I don't want to say pleasant experience, but it was not that bad. Mm-hmm. So when it comes to our technological advancements, I'm going to start with you, Dr. Lundie, if you could tell us what some of these technological advancements that, when it comes to treating illnesses or preventing illnesses, what HSA has gained in the past few years.
I think, first of all, when you just mentioned the whole thing about mammograms, it's a much more, no, I've not done it on me, but it's a much more pleasant experience now than in the yesteryears because they've changed the way they do it. But especially on my side, right, it's all has to do with things like what is available, the newest type of drug combination that becomes available. And this is all because of technology. And from about 2010, immunotherapy has become a key part of the management of cancers and other conditions, including immune-mediated conditions, right? We talk about things like precision oncology, where we target specific changes that we would have tested the cancer for certain genetic change. And so we target those rather than just give a blanket bombing of a cancer, but specific. And so patients have less side effects and better outcomes. The whole thing of using AI in diagnosis, and certainly that has been, for example, incorporated in our mammography right now. So that has aided in improving the accuracy of diagnosis. And you did mention that liquid biopsy is going to be discussed at the forum. We have one or two that we have done, but we hope to bring it on as part of our armory sometime soon.
What is liquid biopsy?
Big question, right?
Yeah.
So just if you think about it, the blood passes through, if you have a cancer somewhere, breast cancer, colon cancer, and blood passes through it. And so liquid biopsy, instead of cutting and actually taking out a piece, you test the blood, and there are certain gene you look for in the blood that would be directly just a piece of the cancer that you really can't see normally. And it's used more so in terms of following up somebody who have had a cancer and you want to know if they're recurring or has recurred, or you treat someone with a cancer and you want to know if the cancer is completely eradicated, then you do these liquid biopsies.
Oh, very interesting. And as you said,
you take the blood.
A new technological advancement.
It's relatively new, and it's being expanded across the different types of cancers. I think they started a few years ago with colon, and it has been it's now part of the breast cancer panel, and I'm pretty certain it's across things like melanoma and so on.
Okay, we got to go to commercial break right now. When we come back, we're going to continue our discussion.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
Start. Stop. That's how long it takes to react to a child crossing the street. How long would it take you to apply the brakes? How long would it take the parents to forgive you? How long would it take you to forgive yourself? Slow down. Save a life. Not only theirs, but your own. Texting, speeding, and ignoring safety rules can cost lives. Visit gov.ky/road safety to learn more and help keep our roads safe.
89.9 Radio Cayman helps you to weather the storm during this hurricane season.
One of the most crucial elements of hurricane preparedness is storm awareness. During the season, it is of utmost importance to pay attention to the latest local weather forecasts, as hurricanes do not suddenly form or strike. There are various methods of advanced notification. Utilizing such may be the difference between a favorable outcome and disaster. Both television and radio serve as excellent mediums with up-to-the-minute storm path information in the wake of a hurricane. Another method of tracking a hurricane may be only arm's length away. Your smartphone or tablet can be your most valuable tool before, during, and after a storm, providing countless numbers of apps with crucial hurricane information. Many apps allow you to track storms with moving radar and satellite imagery, plus offer alerts, current conditions, forecasts, advisories, and even video.
This hurricane preparedness tip was brought to you by your community radio station, Radio Cayman 89.9 FM.
The Buzz with your host, Kathy Miller.
All right, welcome back to The Buzz. I'm your host, Kathy Miller, and in studio with me, I have Dave O'Driscoll. He's the head of operations at the Cayman Islands Cancer Society. We have Dr. Sarah Cuff, medical director with Baptist Health International, and Dr. Lundie Richards, consultant medical hematologist and oncologist with HSA, and Miss Rebekah Brooks, head of sales and marketing for Health City Cayman Islands. Now we're talking about well, we just kind of went into some little details there with cancer and the cancer trends that we're seeing in Cayman and the advances in treatment that we are seeing with cancer in the Cayman Islands. The 2025 Cayman Islands Cancer Society Health and Wellness Fair is going to be held on September 13th. It's a Saturday, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Hotel Indigo. And just a couple days before that, there's going to be the Healthcare Symposium, which is for your medical professionals. Is that one, Dave, just for the medical community, or can the public also attend the symposium?
I'm afraid that's just for the medical community.
Okay,
yes. Got it. It is, like I said earlier, it's very important that all the medical professionals on this island complete, is it 40 CME points need to be accrued? 50 now, yeah.
Okay.
And I don't think it can actually be done all on island. Even if you went to all of them, could you get 50 in one year?
It's spread over 2 years, so I think you probably just about could.
Yeah.
But yeah, these events certainly are very helpful in keeping us up to date.
That's continuing medical education.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
which in my opinion, I think every industry we need to be continuously learning, brought up to best practices and in everything, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And this is a chance, like Sarah said, for all the professionals from here and from abroad to actually to mingle, to talk about what they're doing in their special field, and to give advice and tips, share experiences, and all in all, that betters the industry as we all move forward together.
Right. Collaborate and share those ideas and experiences, absolutely. Now, there's some misconceptions about attending the fair, right? That it's only for people who are maybe really sick or elderly, but that's not the case at all. And Dr. Sarikoff, if you would like to let us know, what are some of the common misconceptions you think patients have about wellness and screenings?
I think you hit the nail on the head. I think a lot of people feel that you must be ill or you must feel sick or something must be wrong with you to go and see a doctor or to seek some medical advice. But actually, we're trying to change that tune. And the whole point of fairs like these are that you can come and be tested. Two of the biggest diseases that we see in the population, and kind of taking a little bit of turn from cancer, is diabetes and hypertension, or high blood pressure, are huge problems here in the Cayman Islands. And the problem with them is that they don't present often with any symptoms. And if you've got symptoms, it's often been going on for far too long, and there are therefore likely to be complications from that. So by coming to these screening events, there are going to be healthcare professionals, nurses and doctors who would love to take your blood pressure for you. They'll happily check your blood sugar. And then there will be doctors and dietitians and nurses who can provide you some advice on what you can do about these numbers and how you can follow up on them. So please don't wait for symptoms to go and see your doctor. We advocate that everybody should have an annual healthcare screen. It should be covered at least at a very basic level with your health insurance. And even if it's not, come to these events and we can help you on your way with those.
Now, I have a question about an annual healthcare screening, because normal person like me, I think, okay, I have to go for an annual checkup, but I don't even really know what's part of the annual checkup. I know Health City, I remember when you had, I think they're called executive health checks.
Yeah.
And when that was first rolled out, that was a huge rave. I knew so many people who did that. And I was like, wait, should I go do this, even though I'm with Cineco and HSA, right? I wasn't sure. But, so I've heard great things about that. So when it comes to what should be in that annual checkup, what are we supposed to be getting checked out for? What should we know as patients that we need to look for?
Well, it should be individualized. It should be taking into account your own personal health history. What conditions and diseases have we seen that have come through your family? What age are you? What gender are you? And then your healthcare screen should be tailored to that. So if you're a female over 40, you should be thinking about your mammograms and your pap smears. Everybody after 45 should be thinking about their colonoscopies. Men need to be thinking about their prostate screening. But it really should be tailored to an individual and taking into account their own personal and family history as well.
Okay. What if you don't know too much about family history?
That's okay too.
Okay. Okay. All right. And some people are scared to advocate for themselves. And I know some of those people. They're scared to go to see a doctor and ask those questions. How would you encourage these people to kind of switch their mindset a little bit?
Well, break the ice and come to a healthcare conference like that. Put a face to our names. See that we're really in it for you. We do want to help. And then perhaps coming to a sterile health clinic doesn't have quite the same scare factor to it now that you know who's behind the scary door.
Well, I haven't seen the results from the National Health Survey that went out just over a year ago, so I feel really bad about that. But I really need to see these results. But I can see cancer rising in the Cayman Islands, right? So when it comes to those basic preventative steps, and there's different kinds of cancers. For me, example, I've had melanoma, or not melanoma, I'm sorry, a BCC reappear. And my doctor said, man, if you were in Canada, Kathy, this never would have happened to you. And I was like, well, I don't, maybe it would have happened in Canada. I mean, I don't know. But in the sense of, I also didn't know what to expect. Like, how often am I supposed to go get treated for that, for example? But the doctor also said, this is really common. Like, pretty much everybody's going to get this. And I was like, what? So skin cancer to me was something that is almost kind of normalized here in Cayman, and it's a very common one. So when it comes to preventative steps that we can just take in, stopping ourselves from getting cancer in Cayman, what would be some of your basic tips for that? Oh, Dave's got some tips.
This is a little present for you.
Oh, I get a gift. Thank you.
And
I still want the doctors to answer me, but I'm going to take your gift.
We have an SPF rated sun hat.
Oh, awesome. SPF rated.
Yes. So it is
very cool.
The Cancer Society colours. It's also reversible.
Oh, I love it. Oh,
so
great.
Hopefully that
Thank
will
you for
help
thinking
with
about our fashion.
any future diagnosis of skin cancer.
I'll pop this on now.
Um,
I love it. Well, this will protect my forehead. So thank you. I have no excuses.
Yeah,
I'm going to have to take the headphones off.
We do advocate for proper skin safety when you're out in the sun.
Yeah.
Anything from proper clothing, long sleeve tops, always wear a hat. Like so much of the heat gets into your body through your head, and you get dehydrated quicker, and you can also burn on your scalp, and you probably never put sunblock on your scalp. Oh my
gosh, so true.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah, you'll find that a lot of people who, a couple of friends actually just showed me their new stitchings from skin cancer cell removals, and they're all kind of like around the hairline and back up here behind the ear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's just you feel it's part of your hair.
Mm-hmm.
You feel your hair is covering your skin there, and you're not going to get your the sunblock all the way back there. And that's where it gets you. So hats are actually so important.
Yeah. Ask your hairdresser as well, or barber.
She won't want you to wear a hat.
No, in the sense of look, because that's my hairdresser, Kelly Messias at Lyft. I have to shout her out. She spotted a mole in the back of my head.
Oh,
yeah, and I was like, and went running. She did that. So ask your barbers, because sometimes they will.
Same
right?
for sort of nail technicians as well, because often like melanoma can appear like as a nail. It's like a black strip down your nail as well. So all those ladies and gentlemen that are doing hairs and nails are really important. But to Sarah's point of age,
I know you were looking at my nails when you were saying that. So.
To Sarah's point of age, it doesn't. You don't have to think that you have to be old or feeling sick to come to a health fair. For example, with the skin checks, I always say get your skin checked on your birthday suit on your birthday, to remind you to go and get your skin checked, and that should be for kids onwards, because I've had a horror story actually of a friend of my daughter's that was in her 20s that's got melanoma from here. So it's really, really important, even from the little ones upwards. They're really exposed to very high sun exposure here. So yeah, important to check it.
Any tips from you too? I know we were talking about skin cancer, but those preventative tips.
I think we've been through some of those, which includes diet, exercise. We can't do anything about our family history. Right. However, we can, if we have knowledge of our family history, then that's where, as Sarah mentioned, in terms of the targeted screenings that we should have done. And so these are things that are key.
Okay. Is there any last words that any of you would like to share in regards to the upcoming Health and Wellness Fair, or cancer in general as it pertains to Cayman?
Well, yes. This Health and Wellness Fair is all that. It's health and wellness. It's not just about trying to prevent cancer. It is for everything. And as Sarah said, it's a great opportunity to not come to see the doctors, but then end up seeing the doctors. Like I said, we have so many cool interactive wellness workshops, giveaways, free samples. So you can go there, you get one of these bags at the door, you can fill it up with all your goodies, and you can talk to gym trainers, personal trainers, nutritionists, people who do the fun stuff in wellness. And hopefully along the way you'll actually get talking to some doctors too, and you'll be amazed at the little tidbits of advice that they can give you that will go a long way.
Absolutely. And if you can't even find your doctor, it might be a good chance for you to go to the Health and Wellness Fair and find them there.
Yes, that's another thing in Cayman. Many people don't have their own family doctor like they would in other countries. We're very rushed. We want to see a doctor straight away. We won't wait for an appointment if it's a couple of days away. But everyone should have a family doctor, and they should be your best friend. They should know everything about you. And that also helps with you having a screening schedule.
Yes.
For your lives, for all the possible cancer screenings and screenings of other diseases that they can set up for you, and then you're in good hands.
Okay. All right. Any final words from our doctors here?
But basically, from my point of view, it is we have to recognize that cancer is a serious thing in the Cayman Islands. It is why we do not have the exact data, but certainly when you look at it, it appears that cancers across the board are just increasing in numbers, and they increase that in tandem with the other chronic diseases, the hypertension, the diabetes, and so on. And we have to remember that when we look and we treat a person with cancer, they also have diabetes, they also have hypertension, they also have a family history. And so it's about a comprehensive one part, everybody together in terms of investigation and management.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for joining me on The Buzz this morning. I look forward to attending the fair myself because I'm hoping my skin doctor will be there. I can't seem to get an appointment. Dr. Lundie, maybe you'll help me with that. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, we're going to go to the 9 a.m. headline news right now. And when we come back, I will be wrapping the buzz in the final segment.
From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines. Local, regional, international news.
The headline news is brought to you by Kirk Market and Health Services Authority.
Jury selection is set to get underway today for a man accused in multiple burglary-related offenses. Devin Emmanuel Wright appeared in court on Monday for a preliminary mention, and the Crown is expected to open its case after the jury is picked later today. Mr. Wright remains in custody. In international news, a landslide has killed at least 370 people in a remote area of Western Sudan. The UN's deputy humanitarian coordinator for the country said that it was hard to assess the scale of the incident or the exact death toll as the area was, quote, very hard to reach. Sudan Liberation Movement Army, the armed group in control of the affected area, had earlier said as many as 1,000 people had died. Days of heavy rain triggered a landslide on Sunday, which left just one survivor and leveled much of a village. Rescuers are using helicopters to search for survivors in the ruins of remote villages in eastern Afghanistan after a powerful earthquake killed 800 people and injured more than 1,800 others. Many are feared trapped under the rubble of their homes after the magnitude 6.0 earthquake struck on Sunday near the country's border with Pakistan. Authorities searched by air for the second day today as roads blocked with debris and the mountainous terrain in the affected areas made land travel difficult. Those are your headlines. I'm Karsley Fuller.
More news available at www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, Radio Cayman Headline News.
Do you have a healthcare question but not sure who to ask? Contact HSA's Patient Call Center to speak to one of our experienced clinical team members. We are here to answer your questions and help guide you through your healthcare journey. Need to make an appointment? Our team can help. Contact HSA at 949-8600 or email info@hsa.ky. At HSA, we are committed to caring for you.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
Tired of burning cash at the gas pump and wasting time in traffic? Say goodbye to gridlock and hello to freedom with a Kimco scooter from Automotive Art. Trusted in over 100 countries, Kimco is now known worldwide for reliable, fuel-efficient scooters built to last. Perfect for Cayman's roads. With 2 models to choose from, the Agility 125cc for just $23.99 and the Agility RS Naked 125cc for $24.99. It's the smart, budget-friendly way to beat traffic and cut costs. Visit Automotive Art today and ride smarter with Kimco, because saving money should never mean slowing down.
Tune in every Monday through Friday at 12 p.m. for Radio Cayman's Midday Newscast. Radio Cayman, the People's Station, your trusted official source for the latest news. The 12 p.m. news is proudly brought to you by Health City Cayman Islands. World-class healthcare within your reach.
After more than 20 years, the Cayman Islands Air Show is back. Start your Queen's Platinum Jubilee weekend on Friday, June 3rd by watching a thrilling air display on Public Beach, 7 Mile. Witness amazing acrobatic maneuvers as world-class pilots put on a stunning show. Then see the planes and meet the aviators at the Cayman Airways hangar. Parking permitted at designated sites with free shuttle buses to the events. For all the details and event lineup, visit CaymanAirShow.com. The Cayman Islands Air Show returns June 3rd.
She said to me, mister, as I entered the area and grabbed me in the collar as the party roll on. Baile mas, suke, baile, baile, baile mas, dance. Baile mas, suke, baile, baile, baile mas, dance. To the right, to the left. Man, it's heat in place. The sweat started pouring from the way the lady holding. I'm feeling kinda dizzy, but I'm keeping busy. Baile mas, suke, baile, baile, baile mas, dance. Baile mas, suke, baile, baile, baile mas, dance. To the right, to the left. Now it's past 3 in the morning, I can hear the cock them crowing. She want to dance till morning, but I want to go home. Begging she to let's quit as I hit for the exit. My blood boiling red hot, but the girl now won't stop. Baile mas, suke, baile, baile, baile mas, dance. Baile mas, suke, baile, baile, baile mas, to the left, in the front, in the back. Watch out, no call no doctor, call the priest. Have to try to get a handle on his feet.
Until we drop, we gon' jam this night away and don't stop till the break of day. Come on, come jam with me. Come on, baby. I will set you free. Soaking wet, this rhythm just makes me want more. And it's only you that I adore. Woman, if you jamming, don't you stop. Let we jam until we drop. We gon' jam this night away and don't stop till the break of day. Come on, come jam with me. Come on, baby. I will set you free. Shake it with you. This feeling is driving me mad, and I can't take it. It making me sad. Woman, if you jamming, don't you stop. Let me jam until we drop. We gon' jam this night away and don't stop till the break of day. Come on, come jam with me. Come on, baby. I will set you free. Lady, you making me sweat. All night we jamming till I'm soaking wet. This rhythm just makes me want more. And it's only you that I adore. Woman, if you're jamming, don't you stop. Let we jam until we drop. We gon' jam this night away and don't stop till the break of day. Come on, come jam with me. Come on, baby. I will set you free. Jump with me.
The Buzz with your host, Kathy Miller.
Hey, welcome back to The Buzz. I am your host, Kathy Miller, and we were supposed to be speaking with the Women of Valor basketball team. We were going to be talking about their silver finish in the National Women's League, but unfortunately our guests have not been able to come. We're trying to get in touch with them. We haven't heard, so hopefully everything is okay with the people from the Women of Valor basketball team that were supposed to be with us this morning. And, you know, maybe it is because I did play for the Lady Heels for a number of years, which is a competing team, which is Coach Colin Anglin. Yes, that was his team. So, you know, maybe it's because I knew that I did play on an opposing team. And I played with the Wolves for a little bit. So they were, you know, what can I say here? Maybe they didn't want that competition in the studio aspect. I don't know, but that's what I'm going to go with. So thank you to all of our listeners who are hanging out with us this morning to hear about Cayman Drama Society's The Princess and the Pea production, which is starting on the Saturday, the 20th of September, 11 a.m. and I believe it was 2 p.m. are the show times. That play is running for 3 consecutive weeks, and there's also one day where they're offering a pay what you can day. So go to cds.ky to purchase your tickets, 20 for adults, 10 for children, or check out the Pay What You Can Day. And I loved having the guests that were in here for the studio, in the studio for that segment, because it was nice to get a little bit of just a upbeat kind of feel in the morning. And in speaking with Hayley, who was one of the guests, you know, she works up in here in government, so it's nice to see her in a different role, in a different capacity, doing something else that she enjoys. So loved that first interview. And then the second one where we did speak with the Cayman Islands Cancer Society and a couple of doctors and a rep from Health City. And we were talking about the upcoming Cayman Islands Cancer Society Health and Wellness Fair. It begins with a symposium, which is for your medical professionals, and that's on September 11th. And that also gives you a number of continuing medical education credits. So if you are in the industry and you need to get your continuing education credits per year, you definitely, as a medical professional, do not want to miss the 2025 Conquering Cancer Symposium, September 11th at Hotel Indigo. And then for the rest of the people out there, which is the public, which is me, the general people out there, I'm not a medical professional, despite some of the advice I like to give, like the CMOS advice, for example. The Health and Wellness Fair for the public is happening September 13th, Saturday, September 13th, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Hotel Indigo. You can find out more information by emailing info@cics.ky or calling 949-7618. There's going to be a lot of presentations and interactive workshops. There's going to be a bunch of different health and wellness screenings. They're going to be giving the HPV vaccine away for free for children or for those 25 and younger. And there's going to be product samples and giveaways. You can find doctors and ask them questions, especially if you've had stuff in the back of your mind or you just cannot get an appointment, as is my case with one of my doctors, and you need to get some advice or guidance. Go to this 2025 Cayman Islands Cancer Society Health and Wellness Fair. It's for everybody, all ages. It's a preventative health fair as well, so you can learn things to keep yourself in check where you're not going to be developing disease as easy or as early in life. So check it out. It's for everybody. It was great having our guests on with us this morning. Wish I could talk basketball, but you know how it goes. And anyways, this is in other news for me. This is our last season before the NFL, the last week before the NFL begins. So NFL starts Sunday. Go Giants! That's all I'm going to leave you with for today. I'll be back with you on Thursday on The Buzz.
The Buzz is proudly sponsored by Cayman Insurance Center, specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services. And Kirk Market, experience a world of choice. And Automotive Art Cayman, your car, our passion.
Social media, X, formerly Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Interact with our talk shows on YouTube. Download our official Radio Cayman app, or you can log on to our website, www.radiocayman.gov.ky. You can also add us to WhatsApp
on 925-3261.
All the latest information, breaking news.